You look back at something like the Naturalization Act of 1790, right? And the Naturalization Act of 1790, in my opinion, was a time when the U.S. government was deciding who was going to gain that proximity to whiteness and who was going to become white. You got a lot of white people today, their forefathers immigrated over here to the States, and they gave up their French culture, their German culture, their Dutch, their Swedish, their Norwegian culture to gain that proximity to whiteness, to become white. Because they knew that here in the West, here in America, whiteness was power, whiteness was wealth, whiteness was opportunity. So when y'all gave up y'all European culture, what culture came from whiteness? I'm having a hard time figuring that out. What is white culture? Can somebody enlighten me? Maybe I'm just missing out on, but what exactly is white culture? When you look at blackness and the identity of blackness, at its essence, at its core, blackness is something out of nothing. And I say that because generations after generations of enslavement here in America, our identities and our nations, our nationalities became completely unknown to us. Niggas here in the States don't know if they come from the Congo, Ghana. They don't know if they come from the Ivory Coast, Nigeria. We don't know where we come from. We just know that we come from West Africa. It is a proven fact, though, that a good majority of the slaves that came over to the Caribbean and North America were from Angola. And after we lost our Congolese, our Nigerian, our Ghanaian, you know what I'm saying, our Angolan nationalities, from blackness came our vast and great culture that you see today. But what culture did white people create after they gave up their French, German, Italian, Irish nationalities to become white? Because I'm under the impression that there is no white culture. They soak up our shit for its value, they water it down, and then they throw that American term on it. And our cultural contributions get lost in the sauce of American culture. Man, somebody please enlighten me up. Because you notice, like I said earlier, you can ask any black person, any nigga in this country, in America, what part of Africa you come from. Ain't no nigga gonna be able to tell you what part of Africa they come from. But every white person, damn near every white person, can tell you what country in Europe that their lineage comes from. But they gave it up. So what is white culture? What culture sprung forth from whiteness that defines what whiteness is?